Good morning, everybody. Hope y'all having a good day. I just want to get on here and talk about Tamar. Girl, Tamar, when are you going to stop? So Tamar went on the neneleaks show, and I don't know why, because, well, actually, I do know why. Her and Nene are very fucking similar. They fucking are their own worst enemy. They're... I just can't. They just got too big for their bridges and then flipped out on everyone and fucked their careers up. So they're very much similar. But she got on the Nene Leakes show, and Nene Leakes asked her what's her problem with Kandi. And of course, in true Tamar fashion, she can't never give a reason for why she doesn't like Kandi. Nene also asked her how come she always falls out with her friends. And she's like, who said that? Oh, my sister said that. Like, she's always coming for her sister. She's just a vile human being. She was coming for Lonnie. She tried to ask her, why was she let go on the real? Of course, she doesn't admit or take accountability for anything, and we're going to go over it. But she kept calling Lonnie a big back Cadillac. Like, she's just gross. So sit back and let's get into it.
Well, people have said things like you fall out with your friends. So did you fall out with Tiny?
No, I think Tiny and I had a disagreement because we were on tour together.
You're her daughter's
godmother, and she's Logan's godmother.
Yeah, that little girl is so talented.
She's me.
Isn't she?
She's me.
She
at that
really
age.
is. She really is. But are you guys talking?
Yeah, we're good.
You guys are good. You guys are good. So
okay, in true Tamar fashion, she ain't gonna answer shit. Did she give an answer for why her and Tiny fell out? No. All she said was, I think because we were on tour together. Girl, what was the reason? What was the reason why y'all stopped talking? Like, it all has to do with Kandi. She's obsessed with Kandi. I think she has a problem with Tiny being so tight with Kandi, and she's a jealous-ass friend. I don't think they're cool like that. We ain't seen them together in umpteen years. And why would y'all being on tour together make y'all fall out? Because everybody you work with, y'all fall out. You fall out with your own sisters. You fall out with The Real. You fell out with Jessie Woo. You fell out with who else? Like, the list goes on and on.
I feel like as girlfriends, we're all...
But why do people say I fall out with everybody?
I mean, I don't know. That's what they said.
No, that's what my sister said.
Okay, they say you fall out with everybody. Okay,
that's a lot.
Okay, do you hear how this girl just cut Nene off and was like, but who said I fall out with everybody? And she's like, I don't know, girl. They said it, not me. She's like, yeah, my sister said that. So if your own sisters are saying that and they done seen you grow up from birth and you in your mid-40s and they said you fall out with everyone, wouldn't you think that maybe you're the problem? See, the problem I have with Tamar is she is the problem. I used to be a Tamartian. When she was with Vince, that was my girl. But she treated her sisters like shit. All of them except for Tony. She rode Tony's coattails and treated her like the bomb. But all her other sisters, she treated like shit. And I don't like that. But let's keep going. Because her obsession with Kandi is just something I never seen before.
Okay, you and Kandi, what's your problem?
Kandi, if you're watching, and we know you're watching. The thing is this. We don't have an issue with you. We're not jealous of you. We actually celebrate your success. No, seriously. But you got to be a better person. And the reason why you got to be a better person is because it's not fair to the people who have been following our careers, knowing that you are doing things behind the scenes, knowing that you are lying on people.
Behind the scenes,
no, it's not fair. It's not fair. Because we like you. We cheerlead for you.
Okay, notice how she said we don't have a problem with you. So she's trying to speak for her and Nene, okay? Because her and Nene, they both like to click up with people that don't like Kandi. I really don't get Nene's problem with Kandi. That's a whole nother topic, but Nene literally gets mad at Kandi because Kandi gets opportunities. She gets mad at Kandi because Kandi got a lot of spinoffs with Bravo. Nene, you're not a businesswoman. There's no show that you can make that people just want to follow you in your life. That would be boring. So it seems to me that Kandi and Nene's issue with Kandi seems to be the same. They are just jealous of her success, her, business acumen and how far she's made it, because they literally both have no reason on why they don't like her. Nene's reason, she said in the past, is, Bravo gets her so many spinoffs and blah, blah, blah. That is nothing to do with you. She's not backdooring you by getting a show approved. And then Tamar, you literally just said, we're not jealous of you. So by you saying we're, she keeps saying we're, so she must be speaking for her and Nene. For you to say we're not jealous of you, that literally shows that you're fucking jealous. You brought the word up, jealous. Kandi has never said you're jealous of her. We, the people, have said that. So it's weird. It's like everything surrounding Tamar is negative. It's every interview we got to ask you about Kandi because you're constantly bringing up Kandi. Kandi don't bring you up at all. The only time she ever speaks on you is when she's being asked. But let's go on with the delusion. Oh, she also said that Kandi needs to be a better person. Girl, what are you known for? You are not known for being a good person. What do you do for other people? What do you do for your own family? We haven't seen you do anything good. So for the fact that she said, we want her to be a better person, that's fucking laughable. We don't see Tamar do anything good for people. All we do is see Kandi put people on. You know, if you want to be something, you want to do something, she's putting you on. She's giving you the connections. She's getting you a job. She's putting you on a show. Like, Tamar, we ain't see you refer anybody. You won't even help your own sisters out. So please stop. But let's get into the rest of the delusion.
Y'all got black love. You know, we're happy for you. It has nothing to do with that. But for you to deliberately use the public's opinion to manipulate them into thinking that people are really coming after you when we're not, that's not right. And for you to sit back and because you have the public's opinion because it's so easy because of the character you have created on Housewives and things like that, to fall into that, that's not fair because you know I didn't do nothing to you. I apologized to that girl in that conversation 15 times.
I would love to sit down with Kandi.
Well, I'm not sitting down with her until she tells the people.
I would love to sit down with Kandi.
I'm not, because it's
I
not
said
fair.
I would love to sit down with Kandi.
Oh, that's great. I'm not sitting down until she
we
says, hey, party people, I lied, and now we can sit down.
Y'all, it's the delusion for me. I literally watched Big Brother with her and Kandi on it, and she sat down and talked to Kandi, and Kandi was like, I don't understand why we never get along. And she literally was telling Kandi that, you know, like, she was fucking jealous of her and Tiny's relationship. So now for her to, like, say that Kandi lied, what did Kandi lie about? Because you were the one who had an issue with Kandi. Kandi wasn't the one that had an issue with you. You were the one who keep going out bashing her publicly, talking about, Todd did something to her. And Kandi needs to stop lying about it. And now she's saying she won't sit down with her until Kandi apologizes. Bitch, please. Kandi, you better effing not. Then she mentions, you know, Kandi has black love. So what, is that something that you want? Because you've been trashing her marriage for years, trying to say that it wasn't real and blah, blah, blah. And now you're saying, oh, Kandi has black love. Like, do y'all not see the fucking gaslighting manipulation? And then she also said, we're rooting for you. Girl, when have you ever seen Tamar root for her? She talked trash about her fucking singing. She talked trash about her restaurant. Like, girl, all you do is hate on this girl for no reason. It's like you're upset because you want to be somewhere that Kandi is. That's literally what it is. Like, you don't like that she's a nice person. You don't like that she's friends with everybody. You don't like that she has, you know, businesses that are running smoothly. You don't like that she's on tour. She's giving you opportunities. You haven't given her any. Escape took you on tour. It wasn't the other way around. Let's be real. And then after Escape opened the door and brought her on tour, do you know what this chick did? She tried to bring T.S. Madison and Kia, I can't even think of her name, you know, my neck, my back, Kia, right? On stage to talk shit about Kandi after she been dragging Kandi all online. Like, who the fuck does that? Everybody can't be lying. Jessie Woo can't be lying. Kandi can't be lying. Everyone that works with you can't be lying. The Real, every single girl on The Real, like, come on, your own sisters, everyone can't be lying about you, Tamar. When are you going to accept that you're the problem? It's like you supposedly have done all this work, but you literally have done no work. You're the same vile, disgusting human being. You're not a good person. You need to work on being a better person. It's sad. Like, I really used to love Tamar, and she's fucking wicked. She's a wicked woman. So let's see what else this clown had to say.
Would you sit down with Lonnie?
For?
You said if they said I lied.
Well, sit down. I think
just
that,
to clear the air, just so that we can move on.
The air is cleared.
Okay,
Sometimes you have to accept people's behavior. and take that into character. And that's not a person that I want in my life. I want
That's true.
real,
It's not that you have to
tangible
have
people.
them in your life, Tamar. You can love people from afar.
And
but
I
you
do.
also can just move on. Like just
And I have.
be able to talk to people. And
I
move
haven't
on.
talked about Big Back Cadillac till now.
Okay, so then you won't talk about her again.
Ever. For what?
It doesn't even make any sense. It's like, okay, at this point, let's just move on.
I wish her and her kitten Wills well.
Y'all, Tamar is disgusting. The amount of time she called Lonnie a big back Cadillac, like I didn't even play it all. But Nene had asked her what happened with her on the reel. She wouldn't say. She was like, well, now that I have a good working relationship with WeTV, like I don't want to speak on that because, you know, they have made things up to me. Like, bro, you don't get along with nobody. You get into it with networks. She had a problem with WeTV. She had a problem with Braxton Family Values. She had a problem with the reel. Like, girl, when do you think you're the problem? So she wouldn't speak on it. She's like, I'm cool with Adrian now, and I'm cool with whatever the sister name is. But she's like, what about Lonnie? She's like, oh, big back Cadillac? No, I don't talk to her. Like, and she wouldn't say why she got fired. She's like, I don't know. Girl, how you gonna call her a big back Cadillac? And you literally married a big back and was having him on top of you every night so you can try to get put on. Like, and that's no shade. I love Vince. I think Vince is a good person. There's nobody could tell me that Vince bit her on her hand and put hands on her. I don't believe that for 1 second. Not as aggressive as Tamar is. But yeah, I think Tamar is very disturbed. I don't know what is wrong with her, but it seems like she has a lying problem. She has anger issues, and she's the problem. Even Jessie Woo said that she worked with both Tamar on Dish Nation and she worked with Kandi on other projects. And she said Kandi is a pleasure to work with. Nobody has awful things to say about her. And it is completely different working with Tamar. She said that Kandi is so nice. Like if you're on set and you're like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that with my career. She'll give you numbers. She'll hook you up. She'll connect you with people. And like Kandi is so thoughtful that she would show up with her makeup already on, her foundation, so the makeup artist wouldn't have more work to do. You think Tamar doing that? No. But let's just go down memory lane and look at all the evidence of what Tamar's lying ass has said in the past of what her issue is with Kandi. So we can just show that her story is, it's like as the world turns, it's forever changing, okay?
Going on in the press because, you know, I feel like I've worked really hard on myself, and I can't help somebody ask me a question, you know, and I can't help the change of events that actually really honestly truly happened. Now, this really all started, okay, everybody knows that I'm on Dish Nation now, right? And this really all started from a YouTube that Kandi put out about whatever the issues they had with Carlos King. And I was asked about it. Now, I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm not like these other reality people. Like, I'm a real bona fide 5-time Emmy nominated journalist. Difference. So for me, I am not comfortable publicly saying or calling someone else a liar without knowing the legitimate facts. That's where I'm saying is I wanted to hear both sides of the story. That's room to bring them their new clothes, and I see Kandi in the hallway, and I'm like, hey boo, and I give her a hug, you know, whatever, and she just look at me and she's like, I ain't you, and I'm like, what? I'm thinking she's kidding. Like, I'm for real thinking she's kidding. And she's like, I ain't you. I'm like, what happened? She like, oh, well, you said about Carlos King was foul. And I'm like, oh, and I honestly truly forgot about it, right? Like, I wasn't coming from that. I thought, man, you made up at Big Brother. You know, I wasn't coming for you. It's nothing like that. I really, truly, humbly apologize. And plus, I sent her a DM, and I said, I sent you a DM when, you know, when your fans was coming to my page. This was a while ago, and I was just trying to let you know that, you know, I wasn't trying to be, you know, malicious or nothing like that. Nah. But you said, and you did, and then you doubled down and put it in your story. I said, listen, Kandi, I'm not trying to go there with you. You know, we in the middle of this hallway. And now by this time, people swarming around. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, we ladies, we shouldn't be doing this. We can go in my dressing room. Yeah, before I take it to the next level.
Tamar Braxton explains her issue with Kandi Burruss.
And now by this time, people swarming around. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, we ladies, we shouldn't be doing this. We can go in my dressing room. Yeah, before I take it to the next level. Now, everybody know, I ain't really here for that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm cool and I'm safe. But I do know how to whip her ass. And I don't do that because I don't condone violence at all, right? And I'm like, well, take it to, what's the name of the level you want to take it to? Like, what you want to fight? Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. You said, he did give him us. Right? And I'm like, she is really serious right now. Like, we in the...
Okay, so if y'all don't know what was going on right here, I'm gonna break it down for you. First of all, Tamar been hating on Kandi way before this, but this recent issue has to do with Carlos King. So Kandi did an interview talking about how she fell out with Carlos King. Her and Carlos King used to be really tight. He used to be on one of the cameramen or producers on Real Housewives, right? And he left after he started all this shit with Portia and Kandi and Phaedra. He told Phaedra that Todd and Kandi were trying to take Portia down to the dungeon and drug her, right? So Portia brought it up on the show. Phaedra ended up getting fired and he left. They say he got fired. He claims he didn't, but we all think he got fired. Anyway, so she was still, I don't know if she was still cool with him after that, but he had an office inside of the candy factory and everything. They was cool. Him and Todd were doing shows together. They had a show in LA, the Hollywood Divas. They were cool. Well, she got a call one day from Lifetime talking about, or somebody called her saying, oh yeah, Escape's life story is being sold right now. Don't quote me. It might not be Lifetime. She was like, what? She finds out Carlos King had called her damn mama asking her some information to try to put it in this documentary. So Kandi was in tears in this interview talking about how she don't mess with him no more because he tried to steal her life story and shop it around to different networks. To shop it around to different networks, he was fucking deep in the process, right? And everybody knows he did this shit. It's like documented. Other people have spoke about how he did this, right? And he has done this to several people. So anyways, after she did this interview, Tamar, messy ass, gonna go on Dish Nation and say that, I wouldn't call him a liar, blah, 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 sticking up for him when she wasn't even friends with him or anything. This is how him and her became friends. So after she stuck up for him, then him and her start becoming friends, so they can team up and hate against Kandi. So in that video, she's literally trying to say, I don't feel comfortable because I'm a real journalist. Difference. I have 5 Emmy nominations. Girl, that was only because you were on The Real. You personally weren't fucking nominated and you didn't win shit. So what do you mean different? Girl, you don't have as many accolades. Just stop. So anyway, she talking about she don't feel comfortable calling him a liar, but bitch, in the last clip with you and Nene, you literally just called Kandi a liar. Like, girl, make it make sense. She just been hating on Kandi for years. The story always flip-flops, but she has no definitive fucking proof or reason why she don't like Kandi. So that's it. I want to hear what y'all think down below. Please comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.